Ivan Agueli, upon his conversion to Islam, was a Swedish wandering Sufi, painter and author. As a devotee of Ibn Arabi, his metaphysics applied to the study of Islamic esotericism and its similarities with other esoteric traditions of the world. He was one of the initiators of René Guénon into Sufism and founder of the Parisian Al-Akbariya Society. His art was a unique form of miniature post-impressionism where he used the blend of colors to create a sense of depth and distance. His unique style of art made him one of the founders of the Swedish contemporary art movement. Ivan Agueli was born John Gustav Agueli in the small Swedish town of Sala in 1869, the son of veterinarian Johann Gabriel Agueli. Through his mother, he was related to the 18th-century Swedish metaphysician Emanuel Swedenborg. Between the years 1879 to 1889, Agueli conducted his studies in Gotland and Stockholm. Early on in his youth he began showing an exceptional artistic talent and a keen interest in religious mysticism. In 1889, he adopted the name Ivan Agueli and traveled to Paris, where he became the student of the symbolist painter Émile Bernard. Before returning to Sweden in 1890, he made a detour to London, where he met the Russian anarchist scholar Peter Kropotkin. Returning to Stockholm in 1890, Agueli attended art school in Stockholm where he was taught by the Swedish artists Anders Zorn and Richard Berg. By the end of 1892, he again returned to Paris, where he became acquainted with French poet and animal rights activist Marie Huet. Active in French anarchist circles, he was in 1894 arrested and put on trial in the Trial of the 30. Within months of his release in 1895, he left France for Egypt, where he lived until he returned to Paris in 1896. It was later on in Paris that Agueli ended up converting to Islam and adopted the name Abd al-Hadi. In 1899, he traveled to Colombo, in today's Sri Lanka, again returning to France in 1900. Agueli founded Al-Akbariya as a secret Sufi society in Paris in 1911. Among its first members was René Guénon. Its purpose was to promote the teachings of Muhyiddin ibn Arabi among the scholarly, educated and free-thinking classes through the practice of the Shadhili and Malamati Sufi paths. The only time this society is mentioned is in a letter written by Agueli in September 1911 to an unknown address in Cairo announcing its founding. Not much more is known. During this period, Agueli wrote several articles on Islamic topics for La Nose, an esoteric journal edited by Guénon. Suspected to be an Ottoman spy, he was expelled to Spain in 1916. Stranded in Spain, Agueli was left without money to return to Sweden, and on October 1, 1917, he was killed by a train at a rail crossing in the village of Barcelona. After Agueli's death, Prince Eugen Bernadotte, who was known as a patron of artists, made certain to return his paintings and belongings to Sweden.